Hey, you guys, I'm Lisa from theScore eSports, and I'm here with Aphromoo. Nice to see you.
Hello.
So, All Stars is wrapping up now. What was your favorite moment of All Stars this year?
Favorite moment of All Stars.
There's so many.
Okay, let's see. The tandem mode with Ole was fun,
Yeah.
but that is partly due to because we had a bunch of Koreans and Chinese on our team,
Yeah.
and every time a good play or a bad play happens, they just start going ah the whole time. So that was pretty fun.
You think that was bad? Imagine having Hooney on your side.
Oh yeah, he was going off every time I looked up. His hands are just flailing all over the place. So must have been fun.
So you mentioned you were playing with Ole for the tandem mode. Tell us from your perspective, what was it like playing with him? Like, did you guys speak English? What was the communication like?
He actually speaks English
Okay.
fairly well, but he's also speaks Chinese and Korean, so he could understand what everyone else was saying. So I think almost the entire tandem mode he was speaking in 3 different languages
Wow.
most of the time, which was hilarious. Since thank God he was controlling the mouse because he doesn't really smartcast either. So yeah, it was fun.
That was good. That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right, now let's talk about the 1v1 tournament. I think you played against Amazing, Froggen, and Damashke, right?
Yes,
And so out of the 3, which one was your favorite?
probably the Froggen one. We decided like 20 seconds before we got on stage to do the no abilities, no masteries, no runes, only auto attacks, Zillion 1v1. And it was pretty hilarious. I was dying while I was playing it, laughing, of course.
Well, you also lost, right? So
Yeah.
literally.
Let's not talk about that part.
Okay.
But it was great. It was fun.
Whose idea was it? Did he try to convince you? He's really good at the mind games, I think.
Froggen brought it up. He was like, "How can we make this more fun than
got
the
you.
previous the previous Doublelift and Kasing 1v1, which was actually really close, like down to the last auto." So yeah, we wanted to pick this one of the slowest auto attack champions in the game. I said no to Anivia because he would obviously do really well at that. So we picked Zillion, and yeah, I got hustled.
I think he tricked you that one.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And then you were out supporting Doublelift in the finals of the 1v1 tournament. And spoiler alert, he did lose against Bjergsen. Where do you think he went wrong?
Well, I think the first 1v1 was Vayne versus Vayne, so he
He did win that one, right?
did well picking that. And then the next one was Zed versus Zed, and I've never seen him play that matchup ever. So obviously that one had to go to Bjergsen. And then somehow he got hustled into playing Vel'Koz in the last match, and I've seen Bjergsen play that one a lot, and I think that was Double's first time playing that champion. So I don't know how that happened. So yeah, but maybe next time he'll pick a champion that they both don't play.
Yeah, so apparently the 1v1s is all mind games.
Basically, yeah. You just walk up to your opponent and coax them into something that's beneficial for you. So you're like, hey man, let's play one of your favorite champions, even though I played a lot too. Yeah,
Yeah, you got tricked. Now, speaking of double, the All Stars is the last time you guys will be playing together, and you've already answered a lot of questions about, what is it like, you're gonna miss him, all that stuff. So I want to know, how hard is it, how hard is it for support to adapt to a new AD carry? Like, take me through the steps of, forming that relationship, creating that play style, that bond.
Okay. So I'll just do my situation. So we brought in a fresh new AD carry who doesn't really have, built-in tendencies already made from like having experience playing in the league.
Yeah.
So me as a veteran player and how I like to play bottom lane, I can mold him into like the way I think the game should be played, so that we'll have just a bit better synergy than, let's say, for instance, I bring in somebody who's already played for a couple years. Then it's like, okay, the glass is already half full for the player who's already played for a couple years, rather than the player who has nothing in the glass at all. So being able to mold it into the type of style that our team is going to be in the upcoming split is very, I wouldn't say easy, but it's a good process for improvement and learning, especially for myself, on how to build up a player so that we can succeed, rather than maybe it'll be some struggles with a person with experience, debates, maybe they're stubborn, or they have a certain play style that only they like to play. So let's say their champion pool is limited and stuff like that. I can break it early. It's like, raising a kid. So you set a precedent early on so that, for the rest of their life or career, they don't do that sort of thing.
Wow, so you're calling yourself Stixay's father? Is that what it is?
No, I am not Stixay's father. I am his mentor. There you go. Yeah.
So what specific advice have you given him? Give us some examples.
Oh.
Maybe in-game and out of game. What's some good advice you've passed along? What wisdom have you passed along to him?
Ooh, okay. He's already a very calm and patient person. So very collected, calculated. But when the opportunity arises, I definitely urge him to take it, even though, maybe he messes up. So an IEM, maybe during a team fight, he has the opportunity to get on the back line, and he just goes ham. And most of the time during IM, he would die, mess up a little bit, but that's okay. I don't want him to be scared of taking those opportunities so that he can learn from it and learn how to better play it in the future so that when it does happen again, he can capitalize and do really well in that situation. And then out of the game, definitely being a people person and hanging out with all of the teammates, understanding them, their personalities, their weaknesses and strengths. And I definitely do that with him and talking to him so that, we are better cohesively.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice word.
Yeah. So that, we don't really have as much differences in the beginning, because the beginning is going to be rough, especially with the new talent. Well, I said that wrong. Especially with new talent as well as in the mid lane.
Yes. No, speaking of next season, we're seeing a lot of imports coming in. We have Hooney, Yellow Star, Rainover, and even Spencer Guerin. So how do you think all these new imports are going to affect or impact the competitiveness of the NALCS in specifically this region?
We're bringing in a lot of individual talent, but in my opinion, individual talent is as good as, the rest of your teammates. So, like, the wolf is as strong as the pack, and the pack is as strong as the wolf. Yeah. You heard that before. So, I mean, if they have a shot caller or someone that can, direct their game flow, then, they'll be really good. So, Hooney and Rainover came from Fnatic, and they definitely had a really good coaching staff, as well as Yellow Star, who can, have the final say and direct them on which way to go. So, I'm pretty sure most of the imports will have a rough time in the beginning, as well as CLG, just because, there might be differences on how you want to play the game, since you're coming from two different regions where the meta is totally different in both sides of the spectrum. But I think when the middle of the season comes around, it'll plateau, and it'll show, who has better coordination, team planning and strategy, and then who has better individual skill. So usually individual skill can trump early on in the season when people don't really know, what's going on, and then over time it'll just descend. Yeah.
So are you excited going into the next split?
Definitely. I do think that will prove people that our decisions that we did make was right. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Aphromoo. It was great talking to you.
All right. Thanks. You too.